Good evening, town folks. Welcome again. Welcome back again to another gaming roundtable with your boy here, the boss, and the illustrious wise ODT Reaper.
What's up, everybody?
All right. Just like last time, during the test round, this is actually the official first episode of Roundtable. This is unscripted and it's open, and it's just that it's a roundtable. So basically, I'm just gonna throw out a subject, see how the rest of the panel feels, and then go on to the next person. So I'll start off with pretty much by saying, so yeah, man, it's been a pretty wild week.
And it's just gonna get wilder, unfortunately. Which is, I mean, this is awesome. I'm not complaining.
I don't think anybody could.
If you're complaining, you're just being a sore loser. But that's just obvious.
I'm telling you, man, and it's just what's amazing me is the number of people who are trying their damnedest to completely pull the rug out from under everybody else who's enjoying this for a change. Some pretty damn good awesome news. And it's like, I mean, it's sad. I mean, I was looking at Rich from ViewTech.
Yeah, no,
And
I checked up on Richard's recovery videos today. They were actually pretty good. I
yeah,
I don't really have any issue with anybody's opinion besides maybe the your small box overheating freezer issue, but I think that's the only issue you're gonna see next. I kind of forgot that since the Series S is the smallest, it's gonna have the combustion problem. I kind of forgot about that.
the thing is with that big ass fan and vent, I don't see it having that.
Yeah, and then it also probably depends on the amount of wattage that it's running simultaneously with other things.
Well, supposedly it's set at 230,
Mm.
whereas the Series X is going to fluctuate between 300 to 250. The S is going to be pretty much predominantly locked at 250. Because
Oh yeah. Well, that's because the Xbox can upscale by internet power.
and then on top of that, the one thing that a lot of people are not really I guess bringing up is the fact that the CPU, even though it's the same exact CPU, it's actually been downclocked.
Mm-hmm.
So whereas it's like 3.8 at
I woke
3.8,
up to that. I woke up to that tweet actually. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
No. Yeah.
3.8 for the X, it's at 3.6 for the S,
Yeah.
which
But
which
the
still
S is locked at 1440p. You don't. It's the Xbox is actually not locked though. That has 4K and 8K. The S Series X is what I'm talking about.
yeah. So it's so so yeah. Like I said, I mean, just like any electronics and stuff, yeah, it's gonna have heat and stuff. Anything that has electricity, current going through it is going to have heat. But the thing is, if it's going to be like burning up and sounding like a B-52 bomber warming up its engines and stuff, it's definitely not going to be doing that.
No,
And
definitely not. Yeah.
but yeah, going back to what I was about to say about Rich from ReviewTech, is that he came across a tweet from one of the senior engineers that works for oh shoot Remedy, the guys who did Alan Wake, and also control. And so this guy was stating that yeah, as a consumer, this is awesome, but as a developer, I see problems in the future. And so, Rich, and the thing is, Rich's reaction was actually, spot on as to how I kind of look at it as well. Whereas, he's just has this look on his face. He's like, look, I'll admit, I'm not an engineer. I'm not a coder. I'm not a programmer. He's like, I tried to learn it and I failed. I suck at it. And I'm in the same boots as him. I tried too. The most I was able to get, as far as I was able to get, was to make the screen say "Hello World." That was it. That was it. And even he is like, like, look, I'm not gonna. It's like I'm not gonna discount what somebody of his caliber is going to say, but at the same time, I'm still looking at this, with a huge grain of salt, because it's like, how is it that I've been able to build different PCs with the same CPU and GPU, just maybe underclocked, and get, still decent, results and stuff like that. He's like, so more or less to him, it's like, yeah, this doesn't make any sense. And, and so far, I think this is like the only coder out there that's really like saying that. So I don't know, like I said, I'll tell everybody, it's like, any information you get, I mean, just just leave it in your inbox to come back to and take it with a grain of salt. Because I'm quite sure that they thoroughly test this stuff. This is not like the 360 days where they like had to rush that out the door just to make sure they were first up to bat. Where so they had like like lousy quality thermal paste and all that stuff like that. Nah, it's not those days again. So it's, but yeah, like I said, this week's been a wild ride and everything, and it's just it's just amazing, and I know we still have. I mean, so much stuff is leaked. I'm not sure what else they will have left left for their upcoming event, which they haven't announced yet. So if anything, maybe they'll probably just have nothing left but like studio acquisition announcements, hopefully, and maybe showing some games actually running. So other than that, I have no idea what the hell else they would have to show, because everything they just more or less just said, what, the hell with it, here, just take it. They didn't even bother waiting for Sony no more. They just said just take it.
Yeah. Well, they have to. Everybody's starting to get really antsy about pre-order dates. That's why they had to hurry up and say September 22nd. Just dial it on the Amazon orders page and be done with it.
Hey, and wasn't our favorite boys in blue supposed to have had an event today anyway?
I believe that's tomorrow for the NFL reason. I was trying to think that over in my head today, and I was like, wait, what is so important about tomorrow? And then I'm like, well, it's NFL opening season, but then I realized it was also supposed to be the Tokyo Game Show tomorrow. Was it not?
Yep. Oh, Tokyo Game Show. No, not tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Sorry, not tomorrow. That's on the 24th.
Yeah. Well, I meant for like the ending of September in general, but I'm like, we're approaching a big event, but I forgot what it was actually called. I'm like, no, that makes more sense, and it slides into get the pre-orders on the 22nd before the actual event goes live, which is a good idea.
Yep. So,
but I mean, 300 bargain COD sales points is insane. I still would rather have the Series X though. I would still rather have the double duty power box than the small one, but I might as well pick it up as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely going all the way in with the X.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and I don't know, I just have a feeling that there's going to be plenty of them, because everybody.
No, Series X is the go-to box if I was to give a suggestion. It would be we wanted the Series S like a decent casual, bargain bin for all the Call of Duty, fanatics. Just go right off the shelf.
Yeah, and then you got those who are like, they are so on the fence, and even I say on the fence, but let's be honest, let's be frank. They may be sitting on the fence, but they have one leg already kind of like just, already on the Sony side, and it's kind of like, they already made it clear they're getting the PS5, and you have those who are like, it doesn't matter because they don't even think about a console war. And they're like, well, I'm still getting a PS5 regardless. So the reason that's why I said that. Yeah, I see the S. I see S is like running out way more faster than than the X, and especially when it comes to parents, who have those kids.
And that's just a holiday bargain bin right there.
Yeah. So it's So like I said, I mean, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best to see if I can get it with the all access thing, if I can. But we'll see how that works out. Because one thing that nobody had, other than only one person, has brought up, which if anybody is watching, please do pay attention and bear in mind, they're talking about financing. So therefore, there will be a credit check. So if your credit is not up to par, then
you're not over the age of 18.
You will not qualify. So just putting that out there. So, but yeah, man. Shoot, like I said, I can't think of anything else.
I think we're in for a beautiful season. Gaming, football, entertainment, the works. I think you might get a little bit Tokyo, shipping delay, but that's pretty much to be expected, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, Tokyo Game Show. I guess this kind of explains as to why it was basically, highly emphasized that there was not going to be any next gen news, and that's mainly because the dam was going to break. Was, from what I understand from another person, I think there was a tweet from Phil where all this stuff that we got in this week was actually meant for next week, which is funny because I did say that watch that the next event is going to be on the 17th, which is next week.
Yeah.
So, and because like I said, Thursday, which is the 17th, would have been the most ideal time to do a huge scale event or stream where there's lots of room for people to report on it and tweet going up to it, and then when it was done, have that whole Friday and weekend to more or less just pick apart and just offload everything.
Yeah.
Into the following week, going up to Tokyo Game Show. So, but yeah, like I said, as far as Tokyo Game Show goes, I mean, I can't think of anything they really would have to say or talk about, especially when they say there's no next gen news. So saying something like, oh, well, they might show Flight Simulator, running on the Series S or X. Remember, they said no next gen news, so that means that we're only going to probably see it being played on PC.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing with Minecraft. We'll probably just be looking at current gen Minecraft, where rather than next gen Minecraft with the ray tracing going. So the only other thing I could think of them doing that would be a complete jaw dropper is announcing that, oh, hey, by the way, we acquired, one or two Japanese studios. So other than that, I mean, I just can't think of anything really for Tokyo Game Show, but there seems to be an emphasis on, us tuning in for it. So I'll probably check it out, when it comes up. I'll check it out, see what's going on, what they have, and then go about the rest of my day. But now with these leaks and you know pretty much the marketing team just saying, you know what, the hell with it. We're done. Here, there, take it. It's $2.99. You happy? So
I mean,
so
it's a beautiful sales pitch. Beautiful.
it really is. And I mean, granted, I'm not really much of an EA guy myself. The whole EA Play thing
Oh,
being
yeah, that was the other thing I totally forgot that was in the back of my head. I was like, isn't EA and Game Pass actually going to combo and automatically become, 2-for-1 deal under one roof? And like they've been so busy trying to get the xCloud kind of shipped and actually working on the server farm level that it's been kind of interesting to remember that that's in the back of the bargain bin. I was like, oh, that is so actually true. I forgot about that. NFL.
so only so only thing other than EA Play, I wonder if they're gonna like work out something with their buddies at Ubisoft to add in Uplay.
Well, I hope so, because I think Respawn or EA or someone is trying to fix Titanfall 3.
Man, can you imagine Titanfall running at 120 frames per second?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people just tearing up those controllers.
Yeah, well, that's actually kind of, well, me being the millennial me, I actually been having too much fun listening to people like shock and awe on what an actual match actually feels like at 100 frames or higher, because most console fanboys have never actually had to deal with that. It's all 30 or 60. So when they finally realize how fast their eyes can really go, it's kind of amusing to hear the responses on all types of videos. Doesn't have to be just Call of Duty or Halo.
Yeah, at least not this time.
Nope. So it's a new level. But I do like that the Series S, as small and confined it as is a perfect Gears 120 box. That is an actual, also very true factor.
Yeah, and while on the FPS thing, let's segue into the fact that our boys at Ubisoft finally got it. They finally got it together. We're going to see Assassin's Creed at 60 frames.
Yeah, at 60. Yeah.
Yeah, 4K 60. Now I'm kind of wondering, will they try to bring in some form of ray tracing with it as well, like they're doing with Watch Dogs? And I kind of noticed. I'm wondering. I'm hoping Watch Dogs will also be at 60, because I can't remember if anybody mentioned that if it was going to be like 4K 60. I just know a lot of people are going on about like, oh, hey, there's ray tracing. So,
mm-hmm.
So yeah, so like I said, that will be beautiful. And but yeah, like I said, we still got 2 more weeks to go. So curious as to what our blue buddies are going to try to strike back with next. I'm hoping it's not going to be another damn CGI render, because that's kind of ridiculous that the S was just announced. Well, granted that it's been in the works for like almost 2 years. So it's kind of funny. You look at Jason Ronald during the breakdown, and you see the physical box like sitting right behind him, plugged in and lit up.
It basically looks like a portable like hard drive, basically. It's like a nice SSD, slim drive. So small.
Yeah, and so you see that, but yet till this day, all we've gotten, and even with that gold plated PS5, it's all CGI renders, and part of me is just kind of wondering, and this is just me, this is just speculation, folks. Part of me is wondering if that one of the reasons we haven't heard anything from Sony is maybe that they still are having these units produced, and maybe they just don't have a physical unit in hand, which is, maybe all they have is just dev kits in hand. So, I mean, but like I said, that's far fetched because I wouldn't imagine them jumping the gun like that, but it's, if it happened, I mean, it's what it is, people are going to damage control the hell out of it. But, it's like, only thing I can say is like, well, shit, man, shame on them if they did that. Because, here it is, your competition has already got physical boxes in hand. You got people, going to the headquarters, breaking it apart, and, just playing with it like it's fucking Legos and shit. And, here you guys are with, a CGI render that looks like it was done by a Full Sail student first year. And it's like, and I mean, you got the little pointers and stuff pointing at a chip talking about CPU, and it's like, nah, chief, that's not the fucking CPU. What the hell are you pointing to? So yeah, man, misdirection all over the damn place.
So I'm also kind of curious how the next wave of game, likes dislike ratio will actually hit the actual market. Because right now, everybody's heads of like interest is all over the place.
Yeah, that's it. It depends. I mean, the thing is, the margin between the two, as far as the quality of the exclusives go. See, because I'm gonna be
concept of interest of exclusives in general. I hate that. I hate that reasoning of gameplay. That's rather annoying. I mean, you gotta bring an audience, but it's just like, if I want to play something, I'll just simply play it. It's not, it doesn't have to be, only on here does it actually make value. No. If it looks interesting, I'll buy it and play it and beat it and shelf it.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just, I mean, the thing about it is like everybody's definition of what makes a good exclusive is just, kind of, it's all zeroed in on this one thing, which I want to say, like I said this before in one of Eroc's past, Exile podcasts and stuff, is that this seems to be something that started from the indie side, such as like, like with the likes of like Undertale and so on and so forth, and that Dragon Cancer, where everybody was all about these deep feeling stories that make you feel something. And to me, it's like, I guess, I don't know. I don't know.
If I remember, if memory serves, it was all about what, the deep, dark, depth, story driven, games versus the arcade, fun party game. That's kind of the difference.
Yeah.
And then the online, arcade-ish, interaction community.
Yeah. And that it brings. Yeah, but the thing that kind of kills me is that a lot of the games that they snub, especially on the Xbox side, don't have bad stories, and even then, when gaming started, it's like you didn't really have to have a story, but it was something cool and very nice that, kind of like give you, the player, some bearing, some reasoning, a direction as to where you're going and why you're doing this, and just move, pop smoke, move out, yeah. And that, and that was that. But, I've never really been somebody who got, just knee deep down in the whole thing of like this deep feeling story, or this game makes me feel like this. And I've like, nah, dude, it's like, I don't know. I've never could connect to games like that. I always like games where there was this replayability, where it's like, I may play it, I may beat it, but 9 times out of 10, probably about 2 or 3 months later, I'm reaching for it and popping it back in again.
Yeah.
And even if I've beaten it, I've probably only beaten it in one way, in one aspect, and I'm probably looking to unlock, another ending or something like that. And then of course you got the online interactions as well. Those add a bit more to it, also. So I guess what I'm getting at is that I don't think this time, this next generation coming, I don't think it's going to be that vast of a gap anymore between what Sony does and Xbox does. I think the only big difference between them is the fact that, well, at least that I'm hoping for, is that in their pursuit of pushing more, more deeper storylines and everything, that the Xbox, development teams still retain that spirit of replayability that they had with this gen and last gen. That they still remember that a game is still a game. It's not a movie. It's not a TV show. It's a game. And just like any games, be it spades with some cards, some dominoes, or folding out the checkers board, or some Monopoly, you come back to play those again. Monopoly ain't never had a deep driven story. but when you get enough friends over and everything, and there's nothing else going on, you pull that box out, blow off the dust, and you know I'll be anything except a thimble. So that's all I'm hoping for, is that it's interesting that they're pulling all this talent from all these different triple A studios, but at the same time it's like I'm real anxious to see what they got. The only thing I ask is that they don't lose the spirit of replayability. That's all. Because I don't know about everyone else, but I don't want Xbox becoming Sony. That's not what I want. And for anything I may say about them, if there is anything, it's never because, oh, look what Sony does. Look what Sony got. Oh, hell no. No. Definitely not. because I play, because like I said, I load that Xbox up to play games, not stories. If I want to watch a movie, guess what? I got Netflix on my TV.
No, definitely. I kind of see the Xbox next generation being the next leap forward in entertainment, really. I think we're going to see the next version of Blockbuster meets Netflix in the next couple of years.
Yeah, we'll have to see, because like I say, I'm anticipating my first dive into the Halo universe, because that's right, I have not, other than trying it out for one free gold weekend.
Oh, you're gonna get it eaten alive, man.
Yeah, Halo. Yeah. Oh no, I ain't talking. Oh no, I ain't talking. I ain't talking about the online aspect. Oh God, no, I learned my lesson from that. I'm talking about like the actual story campaign. I'm familiar with the story, but I've never played Halo because I'm just not a fan of first person shooters. And after looking at the gameplay, despite what people were cracking on about Craig and the graphics and bullshit like that, I was loving the fucking gameplay. The gameplay was hella fucking clean. I was loving it. And even my little brother, who's definitely not into first person shooters, was, the moment he saw that grappling hook, because he's a huge Just Cause fan.
That was actually a very good addition to the actual setup of the loadout, I think. I haven't played it yet, but
I hope they take it a few steps further, because I saw where it's supposed to have upgrades. So I'm hoping that they consider borrowing ideas from Just Cause and from Crackdown 2, and they also allow you to tether things together. Because that would be pretty awesome, that you have a grunt flying towards you, and you tether to him, then tether to the ground, and just let it drag him to the ground and stuff. Or better yet, tether the other end to a group of other grunts, and just let the tether just pull them into them. So I mean, I'm hoping they take it that far. There's all sorts of fun to be had with that. Plenty of YouTube moments. So, but anyways, with that said, I really don't have anything else, man. How about you?
No, not really. I'm just excited for the upcoming generation. It's just gonna be kind of fun.
Oh yeah. So, well, on that note, dude, I really appreciate you popping in, and I will close this out with telling everybody that just buckle down. This about to be a lot. This ride is about to get a lot more wilder, and all I can tell everybody is just enjoy the ride and enjoy your gaming. Peace out.
Yeah, definitely.